Good evening to the 98th Lloyd Memorial High School Commencement Ceremony. We are delighted to honor our graduating seniors and celebrate their remarkable achievements. Throughout their time with us, we have witnessed their growth, maturity, and unwavering pursuit of their dreams. To the families joining us tonight, we extend our profound gratitude for the trust you placed in us to educate and nurture your children. Seniors, as you stand at this significant threshold, you are likely experiencing a spectrum of emotions: excitement, joy, anticipation, and perhaps a hint of sadness. As you officially close this chapter and embark on new adventures, always remember to follow your intuition, act with courage, and maintain faith in yourselves and your friends. Let nothing prevent you from realizing your highest aspirations. We are incredibly proud of each of you and wish you nothing but the best in all of your future endeavors.
Good evening. In keeping with Lloyd tradition, our keynote speaker is one of our own. A Lloyd graduate of the class of 2011, he went on to further his education at Center College, where he received degrees in financial economics and Spanish. After a few years in the private sector, he decided it was time to come home and began teaching math at his alma mater. I'm proud to have been his teacher, and I'm even more proud now to be his colleague. Please join me in welcoming John Day.
Good evening, everyone, families, graduates. Thank you for choosing me to be your keynote speaker. I'm honored to stand before the 180 of you that are currently wondering if you're actually going to get a diploma or if this is an elaborate prank. 4 minutes to sum up 4 years of high school with you all is a daunting task. 4 minutes is all the time you needed to turn an orderly lunch line into the Lord of the Flies, create a ruckus in the hallways or my personal classroom, or how much time that I know some of you spent on a school paper right before it was due. When you walked in those doors as freshmen, you were like little lost puppies that loved to cause chaos. Your sophomore year, you began to develop personalities, mainly based on what was trending on TikTok. Junior year, you all truly began to grow up and seemed to age almost a decade in a mere 9 months. Some of you. And now your senior year. A year full of schedule changes, shortened schedules, construction, freedom. Every time I got to see one of you, it seemed like you grew up a little more and more. And I actually like you guys. It's hard to look in the face of young adults. I see. Stop looking at me. Your freshman faces. You've grown up. I'm proud of you. And as you leave here tonight, take on the real world. You're no longer kids. I leave you with 3 pieces of advice. Number 1. Done looking at you guys. Don't fear the pivot. Most of you have a plan right now, and there's a lot of you in the front row that I know have 5-year plans. However, if life throws a curveball and that plan fails, don't panic, just pivot. Some of the best things in your life will come from those changes. Number 2, be the person who shows up. In a world where it is too easy to be cynical or too cool, be the one who's excited. Show up for your friends, show up for your passions. Most importantly, show up for yourself. Energy is contagious. Be the one who brings the right plan. Number 3, remember the 180. When you feel overwhelmed, remember the 180 of you in this room, out here, that survived the same recesses, cafeterias, pep rallies, all of that. Remember the loved ones around you. You have a foundation of people that care about you, and you are never alone. And know that I will always be here for you. As you walk up and grab your diploma tonight, be proud of yourself. Take a moment to take in this memory. You are all officially young adults and ready to take on the world. You can remember to pivot, always show up, and don't forget to 180. I promise you'll have successful and fulfilling lives. And lastly, wear your seatbelt, use the crosswalk, say no to drugs. Just remember, I always love you and I'll always be here for you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Herman, and I am the Vice President of our senior class, and it is my distinct honor to introduce our senior class president, Layla Webb.
Good evening, everyone. Families, friends, teachers, and most importantly, the class of 2026. Tonight we're sitting here in our caps and gowns, but it doesn't feel that long ago that we were sitting cross-legged on the colorful carpet of elementary school, trying to remember our multiplication tables and whispering when we weren't supposed to. The funny thing about growing up in a smaller area is that you don't just know your classmates, you know their story. We didn't meet each other for the first time in high school. We met on playgrounds, in lunch lines, and in middle school hallways where lockers slammed and rumors spread faster than the bell could ring. We've seen each other at grocery stores in sweatpants, at Friday night games, at school concerts, at community events. We've seen each other everywhere. There was never really a new crowd for us. These are the same faces that we've grown up with, the same people who knew us when we had our awkward haircuts, when our voices cracked during our presentations, when we were too shy to raise our hands. We watched each other grow up in real time. We watched each other become who we are. And it wasn't always easy. There were times when school felt overwhelming, times when the assignments piled up, times when friendships were tested, times when some of us were fighting battles that no one else could see. There were days, sorry guys. There were days when showing up felt like the hardest thing in the world. But the beautiful part is, we showed up anyway. We leaned on each other, we studied together, we laughed together, we sat next to each other. In class when someone had a bad day. In a smaller community like ours, when one person struggled, we all felt it. And when one person succeeded, we all celebrated. And then there was COVID. One day, we were all walking through the crowded hallways, laughing at the lunch tables, making plans for games and dances. And the next day, everything stopped. Our classrooms went quiet, lockers stayed closed, and sports seasons were canceled. Milestones that we had been waiting for our entire lives suddenly felt so uncertain. We were separated from the people we had spent almost every day of our lives with. We learned how to mute and unmute ourselves before we learned how to drive. We stared at screens instead of faces. We celebrated birthdays through car windows and waved at each other from 6 feet apart. Some of us felt isolated, some of us felt anxious, and all of us felt the weight of not knowing what would happen. And yet, even then, we found ways to stay connected. We texted each other during online classes. We FaceTimed just to feel normal again. We checked in. We reminded each other that this wasn't forever. In a time when the world felt like it was coming to an end, our community became something that was steady. COVID took away a lot of our moments, but it also showed us how much we truly needed each other. When we finally walked back into those hallways, things weren't exactly the same, but neither were we. We came back stronger, more grateful, more aware of how quickly things could change. We didn't take simple things like sitting together at lunch or cheering in the stands for granted anymore. We didn't just grow up alongside each other. We grew through things together. And somehow, through every late night, every early morning, every stressful exam, every hard goodbye, and every lesson learned the hard way, we made it here to graduation night. This moment isn't just about finishing school, it's about everything that it took to get here. It's about the elementary school versions of us who had no idea how fast time would move. It's about the middle school versions of us trying to figure out who we were. It's about the high school versions of us who slowly started to realize that these years wouldn't last forever. Tonight feels like it's an ending, and in some ways it is. We won't all walk down the same hallways again. We won't all sit in the same classrooms. Life is about to scatter us in a bunch of different directions. But this isn't the end of us. It's the beginning. The beginning of becoming who we were meant to be. The beginning of building lives that once felt so far away. The beginning of new friendships and new communities. But none of them will ever replace this one. Because you don't just forget the people who knew you when you were 10. You don't forget the people who knew you at your worst and still sat next to you at lunch the next day. You don't forget the people who helped shape your childhood. While we might not see each other every single day anymore, we won't pass each other in the halls or wave across the parking lot, I hope for a while that we stay in touch, that we send the random texts, that we show up to hometown events when we can, that we follow each other's journeys from wherever life takes us. Because no matter how far we go, this community is a part of us. This town, these classrooms, these friendships, they built us. They taught us resilience, they taught us kindness, they taught us what it meant to stand together when things got hard. And things did get hard. But we overcame them together. And that's why tonight is so special. Not because we're leaving, but because we made it. Because every single one of us sitting here tonight fought our own battles and kept going. Because we didn't give up. Because somewhere along the way, we became stronger than we ever thought we could be. Look around you for a moment. These are the people that you grew up with. These are the people who know your stories. These are the people who helped write them. This chapter is closing, yes, but the story is not over. It's just beginning. And no matter where life takes us, no matter how much time passes, we will always share this. We started together, we grew up together, and on this night, we graduated together. Class of 2026, we did it. And wherever we go next, we carry a piece of this community and a piece of each other with us. So thank you to everyone who's here in these seats. Thank you to the parents and the teachers and the staff. And above all, thank you, Jesus.
Great job, Layla. At this time, the class of 2026 has asked for a moment of silence to remember those who have been a part of their journey but are no longer with us today. At this time, we're at a moment of silence. We will now have our recognition of graduates with honors. Congratulations to the following students to be recognized for graduating with academic honors. Please stand as your name is called. Our first group of students is graduating cum laude. They have accumulated a weighted GPA of 3.5 to 3.7 during their time here at Lord Memorial High School. Autumn Bailey. Marley Campbell. Michonne Goldsby. Fiorella Gautier Solorzano. Kanisha Johnson. Shanna Mitchell. Kimora Moran. Crystal Ortega Garcia. Nakai Roberts. Isabel Rodriguez Contreras. Olivia Smith. Stanley Smith. Leah Stallworth. Nathaniel Stuckey. And Layla Webb. Following students are graduating magna cum laude. They have accumulated a GPA between 3.8 and 3.9. Ruby Assistine. Kylie Barnes, Silas Cummins, Caleb Evans, Allison Gonzalez Gutierrez, Christopher Herman, Aubrey Hungler, Olivia Miller, Nathalie Pinular, Michael White. May be seated. The following students are graduating summa cum laude. They have accumulated a GPA of 4.0 and above. Isabel Crenshaw, Kylie Desiker, Isaiah Goldsby, Noah Keith, Anna McGahee, Sydney McMillan, Connor Morgan, Grace Myatt, Mia Murphy, Lillian Nordmeyer, Rainey Pritchard, Trace Regensberger, Callie Setter, Tristan Shackelford-Braw, Mika Sullinger, Delight Trainer, Gracie Tudor, and Gwendolyn Whalen. Congratulations to all students on this tremendous academic achievement. Next presentation will be Mr. Molly with the John Uri Lloyd Medal.
Present the John Uri Lloyd Medal. The first medal was awarded in 1930. Tonight's winner will be the 97th student to receive this award. The Lloyd Medal is the highest award in this school district. It was first provided by a trust fund established by John Uri Lloyd, for whom this school is named. Mr. Lloyd was a noted author and scientist and was a strong believer in educational achievement. The Lloyd Medal is presented according to one of the following conditions: to a student who had performed a heroic or sacrificial act worthy of recognition and special note, or to a student with the graduating class who excels in an exceptional manner in any one subject or line of study, or to a student of the graduating class having the highest general average for the year. This year's medal is presented to the student of the graduating class having the highest GPA. It gives me great pleasure to announce this year's recipient of the John Uri Lloyd Medal, Trace Peter Regensberger III.
The students who received diplomas from Lloyd Moore High School have met all academic requirements set forth by the Erlanger-Ellesmere Board of Education. Parents, family members, Mr. Molly, esteemed members of the Board of Education, we are grateful for your support of our students' education. It is my great pleasure to present to you the candidates for diplomas. Mr. Molly, our superintendent, and our faculty speaker, Mr. Danks, will hand out the diplomas. Families and friends, we're about to get the show going here. As we celebrate this occasion, we would like each student and their family to hear their student's name called. So, as you celebrate, please do so respectfully for the next graduate in line. We all want to hear their names for families being called, and they all deserve this moment. It is our custom at Lloyd Memorial High School to present the first diploma to the president of the senior class. Class of 2026, class president, Layla Renee Webb. Emery Ray Picklesheimer. Christopher Timothy Herman. Mia Marie Murphy. Callie Cheyenne Setter. Delight Lynn Trainer. Isabella Rebecca Crenshaw. Aubrey Lynn Hungler. Mackenzie Lynn Courtney. Gamora Casey Moran. Diane Jessie Traff. Anisha Daly Johnson. Angel Faith Charles. Leah Amory Stallworth. Marissa Simone Short. Kylie Nicole Barr. Olivia Grace Miller. Ryan Andrew Miller. Aubrey Mae Jean Barger. Maya Lee Holden Hopkins. Deshaun Marcus Goldsby. Isaiah Jordan Goldsby. Robert Anthony Williams. Caleb Thomas Evans. Enrique Manuel Ceballos. Corey Eugene Kreiner Jr. Elijah Lee Jones. Joel Adrian Martinez Gonzalez. Anthony Wayne Blaker Jr. Billy Ray Lewis III. Silas Thomas Cummins. Grant Logan Johnson. Jenna Dawn Pierce. Kenya Lynn Williams. LeVar Jeremiah Heron II. Antoine William Curry Jr. Rayon Lorenzo T. Bradshaw. Braden Lewis Schneider. Andre Nicholas Hall. Bruce Lavelle Reed III. Jermaine Scott Jr. Stanley Taylor Maurice Merrill. Elijah Timothy Griffin. Mika May Sullinger. Sierra Nicole Sullinger. Austin Allen Gamble. Grayson James Banash. Autumn Rain Bailey. McKinley Marie Lynn Abram. Maya Serenity Oden. Olivia K. Smith. Taylor May Key. Peyton Nicole Dempsey. Neve Renee Taylor. Jewel Serenity Goldsby. Chloe Emma May Rowe. Allison Gail Floyd. Curtis Joseph Edwards. Tiffany Kaylin Marie Holt. Ashley Lauren Getz. Dalma Talisa Ramirez Mejia. Chance McKinney. Javon Kion Strong. Maureen Nicole Villagran Lopez. Isabel Rose Napier. Kylie Michelle Rich. Aiden Nicholas Duncan Herbers. Christian Alexis Caceres. Christian Raul Padilla. Ryan Patrick Flaherty. Stanley Joe Smith III. Jonathan England. Kristen James Shackelford Ross. Gracie Ann Tudor. Connor Matthew Morgan. Hannah Michelle McGahee. Micaiah Soleil Roberts. Shanna Tegan Mitchell. Malia Shay Ham. Olivia Caitlin Curry. Josephina Ann Lotus. Shelby Agape Lakai June Philemon. Stefania Aguilera Salas. Fiorella Mary Alice Goitia Solorzano. Ethan Henry Klein. Dominic Michael Taylor. Tyler Braxton England. Sean Darnell Sims III. Christian Michael Raleigh. Aiden Hayes Miller. Brooklyn Bay Alcorn. Jordan Nelson. Lexi Leanne Long. Nevaeh Victoria Wiseman Farrell. Darren Nathaniel Klepper. Eli Thomas Odom. Ahmad Isaiah Huddleston. Mikel Laquan Nixon. Diego Emilio Lopez. Manor Mendez Morente. Emily Fernanda Orozco Verduo. Brianna Keone Stavisky. Johnny Ray Bloom. Lillian Jolene Wetz. Sydney Grace McMillan. Rainey Isabella Pritchard. Zoe Renee Johnson. Grace Ann Myatt. Crystal Natalie Ortega Garcia. Michelle Susana Mejia Diaz. Jackson Scott Fox. Shayla V. Nevea Collins. Summer Lynn Love. Mackenzie Diane May Brumley. Jocelyn Lyric Renee Roaring. Lataya De'Ara Kaimi Little. Keith Davidson. Zachary Ryan Ray Goldston. Matthew Ryan Reeves. Caleb Christopher Holtman. Landon Dade Billman. Paul Wayne Parker Sword. Samuel Ray Simmons. Landon Isaac Michael. Michael Jeffrey White, Jr. Zachary David Ponshot. Gabriel Scott Elmore. Daniel Aresque Vasquez Lopez. Christopher Sean Tao. Casey Charles Lee. Chance Asher Stephen Hughes. Adam Christopher Reynolds Lingard. Liam Gage Sneeder. Henry Vernon Wisman. Caleb Andrew Williams. Isabella Grace Wharf. Nathaniel Darius Stuckey. Carter Gavin Holt. Bezabel Rodriguez Contreras. Marie Desiker. Devin James Bailey. Natalie Mercy Ruth Pendulier. Gwendolyn Elaine Whalen. Brennan Noah Solomon Smith. Zachary Tyler Mason. Alexander Allen Reynolds Lingar. Caleb Horton. Nicholas Xavier Lee Liggett. Carson Robert Aaron Brevard. Leslie Mae Catherine Woods. Madison Danae Turner. Alexis Jade Lynn Lindley Rich. Kumba Musa Dembele. Ruby Glare Balber Assistine. Aaliyah Elizabeth Kentzer. Lenis Molina Theodonet. Allison Gonzalez Gutierrez. Josh Keenan Henson. Lillian Elsie Nordmeyer. Ethan Daniel Seibert. Marley Jean Campbell. Emily Renee Teagarden. Noel Janae Toma. Justin Michael Stith. Jaden Marie Redding. Autumn Rose. Kevin Matthew Goldworth. Taylor Sky Lawson. Mahaley Ray Zimmerman. Taylor Leanne Cantor. Brooklyn Shea Gears. Alexander Wade Hamilton III. McJay Ryan Ngui. David Sebastian. Brennan Hunter Shields. Trace Peter Regensberger III. Yanirez Alejandrina Marquez. Jordan Page Bettis. Faculty, family, and friends, I present to you the graduates of the class of 2026. Graduates, you may move your tassels. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2,